Happy Sunday, friends. I just wanted to come on and do a video. I know yesterday I said I was going to post a long post on Facebook about my experience yesterday at Pride, and I apologize for the reflection of my glasses, but I really can't see otherwise. Oh, y'all, I'm exhausted. I have a splitting headache, probably from dehydration, although I was drinking as much as I possibly could yesterday. But I wanted to share my experience with all of you. Now, I'm probably not going to get through all of this without some tears, because it was a very moving, very emotional type of day. So to start off, this was my very, very first Pride festival and parade that I've ever been to in my entire life. But I knew I had to go. And getting ready the day of, like, I woke up yesterday morning, and for those of you that know, I'm introverted by Finn. I have social anxiety, high functioning social anxiety. So getting ready, I was having like numbness and tingling in my hands because I was starting to have a panic attack and hyperventilate, and I kind of had to talk myself down from that because I felt my presence was really needed yesterday. I signed up in 2021 with a group here in Florida called Free Mom Hugs. And basically, the story is that Free Mom Hugs was started by Sarah Cunningham in Oklahoma. Her son Parker came out at age 20 as gay, and Sarah started this wonderful organization to just spread love and acceptance to those who don't have it otherwise. So I got ready, got out the door, got in my lift. Once I was in the lift, I was fine. A little nervous because I wasn't sure where I was going to find our Free Mom Hugs booth. Got there was nobody there. The booth was empty, so I was kind of the only one there. And the first person that I encountered was a beautiful trans woman named Sandy. And with every Pride event or festival that Sandy goes to, she brings t-shirts for people to draw a little cat face on. So I drew a little cat face on and wrote Finn's name. And Sandy's friend told me that she has over 70 shirts, and she saves all of those shirts as part of her journey. She's very into cats, loves Hello Kitty. If you're interested in finding out more about Sandy, please do a Google search for Watermelon Sugar Pride. Sandy has TikTok, a website, an Instagram, and a YouTube. So definitely check her out, her journey, and she's just such a fun individual. So that was kind of my first start to the day. And as the day went on, obviously it's 90 bazillion degrees outside here in Florida, and even though I was in the shade, I was still sweating profusely, and so was everyone else. But we had a good group of probably about 10 huggers out there, and every time I hugged someone, I could feel how much they needed it. And we heard stories of my mom doesn't accept me, and that we heard that from an older woman, older than me, and one of the young ladies I bumped into, she hugged me and she said, "My mom's in hospice." And another young lady who came and gave me a hug, and she said, "I miss my mom." And I said, well, where's your mom?" "Back in Jamaica. I'm here for school." "And back in my country, I would be stoned for celebrating Pride." And that's hard, because people in this community deserve to be loved and accepted just as much as the next person. And I will tell you that my takeaway from the whole thing was, why can't the world be more loving and accepting, as we all were in that moment? And we hugged for hours, and people that didn't want to hug because they were like, I'm too sweaty. We did fist bumps, we did high fives, we did elbow bumps, we did waves, we did whatever that they were comfortable with. You know, there was one young lady that came by, she says, I don't hug anybody, but she gave us a high five. And you know, you'd have, we had dads, we had brothers, we had just people that just wanted to give love and support and acceptance to other people. So we ended up going down to Vinoy, marched in the trans parade, and I'm lucky I have a voice left today. We chanted all the way for the 30 minutes that we marched, trans rights are human rights. And it's so true, and I think people don't realize the rate of suicide in trans people because they're not allowed to be who they are. And that's problematic. People should not have to feel that that's their only choice in life because other people have taken those choices away from them. One of the areas that they did have out there was for people that wanted to protest, so they had them in a whole separate area. Although one snuck in, I noticed, on the parade route, but everybody ignored them. You know, don't give them that attention. And what was fun about walking the parade route, and I ended up being like the last person, because, and one of the other ladies from the Free Mom Hugs group was there straggling with me, and you end up straggling because you just hear from behind the barricades, I want to hug, I want to hug. And one of the ladies had crocheted little hearts and attached like little bears to them, you know, because we're the mama bears, you know. And I would hand one out, and I would say, you know, here's a hug you can keep with you forever. And one girl, I thought she was going to break into tears. I cannot wait to do this again next year, quite honestly, and I'm hoping to find more events in this area to share with my local chapter of Free Mom Hugs. If you are interested in the organization as a whole and you are here in the state of Florida, you can Facebook search Free Mom Hugs Florida. Our chapter leader for the state of Florida is Laura Campbell. She's wonderful. She's a whole lot of fun. She's a whole bundle of energy. I did not get to march in the Pride Parade with them because at that point my body had had enough. Like, somebody had to go run and get me water, and I was sitting in the grass in the shade. Couldn't find a bath. I didn't even know where the bathrooms are. So basically I drank like 8 bottles of water and hadn't been to the bathroom since noon, and I didn't get home till 8. So that's a whole other issue. Is I feel like maps should have been handed out with like the names of the different booths or the booth numbers and where the bathrooms were, because I had no clue. Also, huge shout out to St. Pete College for giving us nice ice cold cooling towels for all of us. They literally pulled them right out of the cooler that had ice in it. Those did help us keep cool during the day, so I really appreciate that. But you know, we were handing out swag, we were handing out water to whoever needed it. But I got to, you know, sit down and see the Pride Parade itself. I stayed for most of it, and then I was just done. I just called my Lyft and headed home. I was getting hungry. and the fatigue was real. You know, if you've done nothing since 2020 but stay home and not go anywhere, um, you're not exactly in the best shape to be out in the heat and walking around as much as I did. Like, even my feet started to feel like it was getting ready to blister. So that just means I just have to get my butt off the couch and start exercising so I'm ready for next year. But I think the important thing is for people to realize that if you think being an ally doesn't matter, it absolutely does. No doubt about it. And I was glad that I was feeling well enough yesterday to show up. I was supposed to go down today to Grand Central to do some hugging and see the Tiffany and Sheena Easton concert, and I'm physically in pain from head to toe at this point. But I don't regret. It was worth it. Let's put that. It is well worth every moment of sweat and aches and pains to be there for other people that needed it. And I do have to tell you, Miss Sandy, that I talked about in the beginning of this video, hula hooped her whole way through that trans march. And she brought a couple extra hula hoops she was giving away to other people. I mean, it was just, there was just so much caring and love and giving. And there was 2 women that came by the booth and they needed water and gave them 2 bottles of water. They were like, how much for the water? And I was like, no, it's free. And they were shocked that somebody actually gave them something, you know. And there were vendors out there giving away like fans. Like, I got a fan from Achieva, was out there, and a lady handed me a fan, and I said, would you like a hug? And absolutely. And there was people that would hug me, and they didn't want to let go because they probably hadn't been hugged in so long. One person came and hugged me so hard I thought they were going to snap every bone in my body. But I'm hoping to be able to do more of these events in the area. I'm also signed up with the Free Mom Hugs group that is kind of in the Orlando, Kissimmee area. I forget what area we have it marked as. There's like several subgroups for the area that you're in. So there's there's tiers. So there's Free Mom Hugs itself, Free Mom Hugs Florida, and then Free Mom Hugs Central Florida for those of you in Tampa, St. Pete, surrounding areas, and then the other one that is for Orlando. And it was so much fun, and I was really proud to see, my company marched in the Pride Parade, and that was beautiful to see as well, knowing that I work for a company that is supportive of the LGBTQ community. We had LGBTQ churches out there. Allendale Church was out there, and their float it made me laugh so hard. I think it said Jesus on the float. It said Jesus says stay woke. And I was dying. I mean, you had people with shirts that said F DeSantis on it. And yeah, we all are feeling that way. I mean, or cancel DeSantis. It was just in a conversation that actually took place among some of us moms, and we all agreed, which was stop voting straight white men into power, because a majority of them are the problem. They encourage the hate with the bills that they're passing. And it astounds me that people could be filled with that much hate for other people. And I know that says a lot about who they are as a whole. It's just, I don't know, it just blows my mind. But, when I left, I came home, I was so wiped. I didn't get home till a little after 8. Ordered a pizza. I guess it got here, I want to say close to 10. I don't even know at what point I ordered the pizza, because at that point I was so wiped and had to use bathroom so bad I couldn't even see straight. So pizza came at 8, and I remember watching Pretty Woman, and then the next thing I knew it was 10 o'clock and Finn was crying for breakfast. So like I got home, I didn't even like I just passed out. I was so tired. So today is a Mama's gonna take care of herself day and rehydrate and eat well and take a long hot shower and get a sheet mask on. Hopefully it'll relieve the headache I have like right here. A little sinus headache going on. But you know, just take care of each other, love each other, be kind to each other. You know, there's that old saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. And I think we've gotten away from that because on social media, it's too easy to say something hateful to somebody without repercussion. Because these platforms, no matter how much you report something or someone, they don't do anything about it because they're using AI. They're not even using real people to review. And shame on them for allowing this hate to continue on their platforms, quite honestly. Like, that's one reason why I don't use Facebook as much anymore. I tend to stick more to YouTube and Instagram, which is why I'm filming this video and just uploading it, because I wanted to upload it to my Instagram, my YouTube channel. I just find that those platforms are a little bit more friendly, depending on what you follow and what kind of interactions you're looking for. I mean, there's hate everywhere. You know, you can't turn a corner without it. But for those of you that are interested in being part of the Free Mom Hugs organization, please message me directly. I'll point you in the right direction. You don't have to be a mom. You can be a dad. You can be a brother, a sister, whatever. You know, as long as you're willing to come out to events and spread some love and hugs and be support, those are the type of people that we need, quite honestly. And I know Laura was interviewed yesterday on Bay News 9. I'll try and see if I can find anything on it and link it in the comments for you all. But yeah, that's kind of my takeaway from yesterday. It was worth every minute. I'd do it all over again if I could right now. But I'll be lucky if I can get up off the floor at this point. But anyway, I hope you all have just a wonderful day. Happy Sunday. Go hug on someone that you love. Or, you know, just remind the people around you how much you love them. I think that's the most important thing in the world right now, is just to be as loving and kind as we can, because we don't know what's going on in somebody else's life and how badly that they need just even a drop of human kindness, you know. So that is my message for today. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.